Hello everyone, it's Mark here from the Good Manager's Guide, one of the main coaches, and as always we are coming to you completely unscripted and keeping it as real as we possibly can. Why is that? Because your day at work as a manager is totally unscripted and it's very real life for you. So with that, in this snippet, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a manager's core responsibilities, or a manager's core role, I should say. And why is that? Well, I know firsthand that when you are picked and placed into a position of management, and that may have happened to you, equally you may have applied for that role, but you're left there isolated to figure it out from there forward with no support, no coaching, no mentorship, etc. Life can become very uncomfortable and you get lost in terms of what your role is and what you should be doing. So let me explain to you. A manager, first off, as you can see on the screen, a manager is there to make it happen. Let me explain why at a really high level, okay? You now found yourself in a position as a manager. You're now accountable for your team members, and not just people in your team, but you may be accountable or responsible for those that you impact in your local community. In addition to that, you've now got partners, suppliers, and you're responsible for the contracts that come with them. You're going to be accountable for the budget, responsible for what you spend, accountable for your team members' growth and their professional development, responsible for one-to-ones, end of year appraisals. You've got to build relationships with other managers, HR departments, and HR business partners. The list goes on. You are responsible, you're accountable, and if you don't get those things over the line, finished off, completed, people above are going to come for you, so you got to make it happen. Now, in addition to that, let me help you out. If you're lost and you're thinking to yourself, I've got to go to work today, I've got anxiety, I just don't know where to start. Well, your starting point is here. You've got three main areas of focus that will never go away. They go around and they gravitate around you on a daily basis. They're going around and round and round. As you get things closed off, the next thing's going to prop up. And that comes as your core responsibilities, your focus points, and your reoccurring actions, as you can see on the screen here. Now, within your core responsibilities, there's three key areas to focus on. Number one, you've got to be able to distribute. So we're focused right here at the moment on core responsibilities, okay? You've got to be able to distribute and delegate work to your employees, the people that report to you. Now, what comes with this is a focus point. So with your core responsibilities, you have focus points. And if you are focused on distributing and delegating work to team members, then you've got to be able to predict and forecast what the future looks like for them, right? So that means days and weeks ahead, because you don't want to just be giving tasks out to people, okay? Willy-nilly, as we say. You've got to have a plan that goes with this. So distributing work, your focus point is to understand what the future looks like, the amount of work ahead of these people, what's coming in the pipeline. And then I've already mentioned giving out tasks. With every focus point, you've got a reoccurring action or goal. So one of these was giving tasks, okay, or objectives, okay? Now, if you think about that, you're going to continuously go round and round and round. So as you give work out and you're understanding what your team members can do, what their capabilities are, what skills they have, and as you upskill them, okay, and you've got to go round again and distribute more work and delegate work out. You're then got to be focusing again on what the future looks like in terms of next week or the week after that, as you give those tasks and objectives out. Am I making sense? Cool. So the second thing in terms of your core responsibilities, the first was distribute and delegating. Number two is setting the direction. You've got to be able to direct your team members in the right way. What comes with that, again, is a focus point. So we've got core responsibility, focus point. The focus point when you're going to give directions to plan and prepare. Now, in terms of preparation, it means getting all the right resources. It means understanding what your team has in terms of machinery, technologies, licensing, etc., right? How much budget you've got available, and you applying that in the right way. Now, when you apply it, that means that you've got to have a plan of attack, a plan of action for you and your team members to go tackle this stuff. So that's the plan and preparation is your focus point. Now, with that, you're going to have a reoccurring action. You're going to have a reoccurring goal, and you're going to set agendas. You're going to set an agenda based on your plan, and this is what we're going to go tackle. Yet equally, as part of your reoccurring actions, you're going to influence and you're going to motivate your team members in ways. Now, before I go any more further, we go into real depth in this in level 1. at the Good Managers Guide. Come see us, come to our e-learning hub. You'll find level 1. We've completely smashed barriers, okay, to almost non-existent barriers for you. Easy access to this knowledge and information to help you so you're not going to work with anxiety anymore. Now, let me keep going. With this, you've got your core responsibility of directing people. I mentioned you've got focus points, which is preparing and planning, and you're going to start setting agendas. You're going to influence and motivate people, and you're going to find out how to do that on our level 1 course. Now, the third thing that you've got to focus on in terms of a core responsibility, that you are accountable. You're going to be responsible for mentoring your team members, okay, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And by mentoring them, it comes in 2 forms, okay, 2 forms, all right? Number 1 is a focus point. You've got to be able to coach them. That means you're showing them what and how and when with the skills that you're passing on to them. Now, if you can't do that because it might be outside your knowledge scope, you're going to go find people and you're going to support your personnel. Okay, so again, focus points, coach and support. You're going to support your personnel by finding people that can give them that knowledge and skill set. That could be third parties, people from other departments, people within your team that can upskill these team members. And you're going to have recurring actions and goals where you're going to set tasks for people, objectives, you're going to motivate them, and you're going to communicate with them. You're going to explain what's going on and why people are doing things and how they should be achieving them, what's coming next and when, right? So there's all these things that come into a manager's role on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And when you go back to work, this snippet is all about giving the idea of who you are as a manager now. If you want to know more, if you want to learn more, come to thegoodmanagersguide.com. We've got a whole bucket load of information to give you, loads of skills to share with you to help get you in a better position as a manager to remove those anxieties. So you stop fearing going to work and having to deal with your team members and others around the business. You can lead with more clarity and more confidence. All right. Cool. That's it from me. Goodmanagersguide.com. Follow us on social media at Good Managers Guide. Here's to making management more approachable to the managers of today and the leaders tomorrow. All right. Good Managers Guide, making it happen.